Hey friend, so you ready for a little update on my life? So if you've been like watching the channel, right? If you've been keeping up with everything that's been going on in like my 9-to-5 life, you would know that I recently took a demotion from work because me and my operational manager cannot seem to get along, right? I had to take I didn't have to take a demotion, but I asked for the demotion because he was raising his voice at me, yelling at me, interrupting me, throwing his hands up in my face. I was just like, it was, for me personally, my boundaries, it was too much disrespect. So I gave myself a demotion from my supervisor position, right? So let me tell you what happened today. At the end of the day, you know, around a nice little 3 o'clock, 3:15, there was a meeting for the entire building. A meeting was called. So everyone gets around, and the meeting was discussing the holiday schedule. So currently it is November, so Thanksgiving is rolling around, it's coming around the corner, and we have 2 shifts in our building. We have first half and we have back half. So we have Sunday through Wednesday, then Wednesday through Saturday. Basically what the meeting was about is Thanksgiving and how front half is going to work the 6 days leading up to Thanksgiving, and then back half is going to work on Thanksgiving, and then their regular 6 days after Thanksgiving, right, to keep up with the work, to make sure that we do not get behind. A little side note, like I've been in logistics, I've been warehousing for like a good 12 years now. I can tell you, no one's gonna show up. It's a national holiday. I was like, no one's gonna show up. And you got the back half, which are all mostly new people, still learning, still training, still doing the things. I would be surprised if anyone actually comes in on Thanksgiving Day. Like, I think you have better luck on Black Friday, that Friday of, but like Thanksgiving Day, I doubt that anyone's coming in. But I digress. That's not, I don't control that. I don't get paid. That's above my pay grade. Anyway, so I was talking with some of the other co-workers in the building, you know, a little gossip, chit chat. And one of my co-workers, one of like the people who've been there for a while, was just saying how the January is supposed to come around and like we're supposed to be getting our reviews. Mind you, we have not had reviews yet. Like, we were supposed to have them months ago and still have not had them. So quote unquote, we're supposed to be having reviews to go over people's pay. People are supposed to get pay raises, this, that, and the third. Mind you, we have new associates coming into the building making more than the associates that are currently in the building doing the same job. Once again, I digress from that. That's a whole different topic, friend. But yeah, so we were talking about January and how we were supposed to go over those reviews and how people were supposed to get raises and things like that. And one of the coworkers was just like, I heard, and there's like talks around the building, that the OM is trying to clean house because he does not like the way that the building is being run currently, from everyone from the old management, myself, my like leadership team. He wants to eventually like phase us all out and then like recreate the building, like redo it the way that he wants it to be done. And at first I was like, girl, that is crazy. And then I had to stop and think. I said, wait, friend, that's not too crazy. Because I was just like, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I was just like, the things that I was getting literally yelled at for. Not even, there was no education, there was no PIP in place, there was no like, you know, I'll help you get through this, like there was no type of support. It was just literally just yelling. But the things that he was yelling at me for, we never had a meeting about it, so I had no idea. And then 2, after I stepped down, because I specifically told him verbatim, I said, if you don't think that I can do the job, you need to hire someone who can do the job and do what you're asking for. So now we have the new person, we have the new lead, we have the new supervisor in the department, right? And I'm still training them. And no other supervisor in the building knows how to do my department. So the other supervisors are coming to me. The lead that I'm training is coming to me. The associates in the department are still coming to me. Make it make sense, friend. Make it make sense. Anyway. Oh, that just took me out. Anyway, the things that he was yelling at me for, he's not doing. He's not prioritizing it. He's not coaching the new lead or the new supervisor. He's not coaching the other supervisors. I was like, our clients are still very upset because the work isn't getting out because he does not prioritize it. So I was just like, I'm sitting there thinking, and I was like, it had nothing to do with my work ethic. It had nothing to do with me getting the work out on time. It had nothing to do with like me as an associate, right? I was like, my GP always stayed where it was supposed to be at, which was above 50%. I was like, my work got out and my clients were happy with the service that I was providing them. So I was just like, it had nothing to do with that. Because if it did, his first action when we got the new supervisor would have been to fix the things that I was not doing. But instead, it's gotten worse. So I was like, that makes sense that he is trying to like flush house. I was like, it makes sense that he is really trying to flush house right now. And I was just like, I don't judge anyone like for what they're at work for, right? Because I believe that we all have to go to work for different reasons. Some people got kids, some people want to take lavish vacations, some people literally just need to survive and get to the next week. So I was like, there's no judgment here. But the way that he speaks to other people in the building, and they just kind of had to suck it up and go along with it, I was like, But yeah, I just found that very like interesting. I just wanted to give you a little update. My little plan, unfortunately, life is getting in the way, so I'm going to have to find a new place of work. Like I said, I've just been doing this too long, and I was like, I understand the patterns, and I was just like, if there's going to come a time where it's going to be some kind of confrontation, but it's not going to be based off of anything with substance. It's going to be something like it was before, where it's just like, I need to make a problem so that you can leave. So I was like, before it gets to that, I was like, I'm going to have to go find a new job. Which freaking sucks, because in this time, in this climate right now, it is so hard to find a job. At least find a good one. But yeah, I was like, I'd rather take my chances with finding a new job. Especially this way I can have control, right? I have the control. Like, it's my decision to leave. So that means it's my decision to go to a new place of work. Plus, also, I learned some great tips and tricks on how to interview. I need to do a little bit more research on how to like tighten up my resume and things like that. And also, because I'm homeless, now I get the opportunity, and I'm still really thinking about this, but I get the opportunity now to travel. I get to expand my job search a little bit further. And that part is kind of exciting, because, you know, I can potentially go out and find a job that pays like more money. It's just not in the area that I'm used to, which another part, I mean, one hand, I'm like, yay, I get to leave the area that, you know, I'm used to, because I've just been in this area for so long, and I'm tired of it, friend. I am so tired of this area. Yeah, I'm tired of the memories. Every time I drive down the road, I'm like, oh yeah, that happened there. Oh yeah, I met that person there. Oh yeah, over there, that's where this crazy thing happened. I'm just tired of this area for that reason. But like, obviously, like, a new area is terrifying, just because I was like, I don't know the area, I don't know the people, I don't know like what the people are like, what the infrastructure is like, you know. So there's always that little like option, but I don't know. I think I need to look more on the positive side, and that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I wanted to give you just a little update on what's going on. But as I always say, you got this, I got this, we got this, and I will see you all later, friends. Bye.